Hi, so you want to know how PCR testing works to find out how COVID-19 is detected. First things first, what is COVID? COVID is an infectious disease caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus. It is spread via small liquid particles from someone's nose or mouth when an infected person coughs, sneezes, breathes, or speaks in close proximity to someone else, and those particles travel from the infected person's nose or mouth into an uninfected person's nose or mouth, which goes on to infect them and give them COVID-19. So, what is the principle behind Rt-Pcr testing? Rt-Pcr stands for reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction. When a person goes to get a test from a clinic or testing site, they get a swab of their nose or mouth, and this is to collect a sample of DNA, microbes, and, if you're COVID positive, virus particles. That sample is then used for Rt-Pcr testing. In Rt-Pcr testing, RNA is converted to its complementary DNA sequence by reverse transcriptase that then synthesizes a second strand with DNA polymerase and generates a DSC complementary DNA molecule which can be amplified by PCR in the normal way. And the normal way is that's used in just PCR testing, and that starts with DNA instead of RNA. Whereas in Rt-Pcr testing, it starts with RNA instead of DNA. So, the objective of COVID-19 testing is to identify part of the viral genome in the patient sample. This is usually the N gene, which carries directions for making the nucleocapsid protein. The interpretation of positive and negative results can be found using fluorescent polls, which allows the amount of targeted DNA to be detected in real time and quantified after every PCR cycle. The detection of the virus can be seen after about 30 to 45 cycles of PCR. This test detects active infections, and if you wanted to know if you've ever had COVID-19, your doctor can take a blood sample to test for antibodies. My sources are from the YouTube video found in the module this week and the CDC website. Thank you.